Today we're going to talk about a movie that is basically a film series called Department Q film series. It's a Danish film called The Keeper of the Lost Causes. It's the first film of the three film series. It's a detective film. It is a Scandinavian noir kind of suspense thriller, and I'm a very big fan of those kind of movies. So I thought it's a right time to review those films. I've seen this first film, The Keeper of the Lost Causes, in 2014, and I've recently saw it again. So I thought, why don't share my thoughts on the film? The film is directed by Mikkel Nordgaard. I'm very sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Starring Michael Las as well as Faris in the main two characters. The film revolves around a stubborn, grumpy cop of Copenhagen who went to an operation not having a backup, and for his foolishness, his friend gets one friend gets murdered, and his best friend gets shot, and he ultimately loses his leg. And he blames himself. He doesn't have a very good family life because of his work, as well as his stubbornness. He's pretty grumpy, not very nice with people. He got demoted into the Department Q, which is basically filing the cold cases. Whereas we see there his assistant Assad, played by Faris, is more considerate, very well built, as well as a very gentle, very well spoken, uh, with um, very good attitude towards his work, and that's what makes this pair very interesting because of those contrasting characters and how they try to start to tolerate each other, as well as um, there's a cold case came up where the main guy or main protagonist Carl, played by Nicholas. Um, I'm sorry, I'm going not going to pronounce the last name. I know it's not going to be perfect. So Nicholas, played by the main character, is named as Carl. Carl remembers a case of this particular girl who is certified as a suicide case 5 years ago. It's already cold, and it's told to be stamped and collect the information and bind it together and throw them in Department Q. But he starts to investigate without the permission from the boss, and how he finds out, with the help of Assad, his assistant, about the case of that particular person who is abducted or murdered or made a suicide, or what happened to her, and what happens, what are the motives behind what happens to the girl. Um, After 5 years, is she still alive? Is she been murdered? There are lots of questions to be answered, but what I liked most about this film is how it's set up. It slowly drags you in as a viewer. It slowly drags you into the film's perennial premises, and it never loses grasp on the viewer. It is very well edited. In terms of cinematography, I don't have any complaint, as well as in terms of storytelling, in terms of dialogue exchange between our main two characters. Seems pretty interesting to engage us as an audience. The direction has been pretty good. Some people might think that screenplay is not as good as what we used to see in big Hollywood movie. But screenplay is, you know, at the least is spot on, and I think it's one of the finest movies that has came from Scandinavia, um, the area which is very well known for producing very good crime thrillers as well as detective stories. This film was the start of the 3-hour trilogy of the film. The next two films I'm going to review later time, but this film I recommend you guys if you like suspense films, if you like mm, cop investigating some cold cases, you'd like this movie. And as long as the acting is concerned, acting is so spot on. Especially our main two guy um, really help each other as well as contrasts each other in every way possible. That makes the whole movie storyline is very interesting. I hope you guys like this review as well as if you haven't seen this movie, please watch it. I really recommend this film to you. Let us know how you felt about this movie on our comment section, and if you like this review, please stay connected. Thank you.